friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a check-in on my project Use It Up, and I did actually finish one item. I made decent progress on some of these, but keep in mind I'm obviously still doing the Shop My Stash basket, so I feel like I'm not making as much progress on this as I would normally just because I have other products that I'm also using. But I mean, for what it is, I do feel like I did make some decent progress. So first off, let me start with what I actually finished up. I finished this Twilight Woods Bath and Body Works a body spray, which the mark is kind of worn off, but we started right here and definitely finished that off. My nose is a little bit stuffy right now, but I can still smell this. It smells really good, but I think that this, when was this from? I can't tell. It's like, the date is like barely visible. So I'm not really sure when this is from, but I feel like the fragrance kind of shifted a little bit in this because I remember it not being quite like this, if that makes sense. It just seemed a little bit off. So I'm definitely glad to be done with this. And I would probably repurchase Twilight Woods again because I know I did used to really, really like it. But like, yeah, something just seemed off about this particular bottle. So I'm happy to have that out of my collection. There was two other mists in this project. The first one is the Midnight Spell. And this was from like 2 years ago, Halloween. When we first started, we were here. We are now down to here. So I definitely made some decent progress on this. This is one of those fragrances that it's really nice, but I feel like you have to use a lot of it, which is why I did really well with this one. I feel like you have to use a lot of it to really get the scent to kind of like show up, because initially when you smell, like when you spray this, you smell just like a very strong alcohol, and then as it like settles and that alcohol kind of dissipates, then you start to get the fragrance, which the fragrance is Mystic Air, Moonlit Woods, and Crystal Amber. So none of those are really like in your face fragrances. So it is a very, very mellow. So yeah, I mean, I would like before work, I would literally like spray all my clothes down, and then I would spray my body down, and like then I'd spray my clothes again when I had them on. I mean, so it's no wonder that I went through this, and they haven't brought this back. I don't think they had it last year. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I know they don't have it this year, so I'm wondering if maybe that's why. It's just because it's just not a very strong fragrance. So still working on that one. And then this is also from the Halloween collection 2 years ago, and it is the Everlasting Magic. And we started here and we are down to here. This one, in all honesty, this one is very similar to the other one, except for this one has a little bit more of a vanilla smell, and you have like a hint of like a berry. So you have almost like a little bit of like a fruity spark to it. But again, it's a very, very mellow, and it just doesn't seem to throw very much, and it doesn't seem to last very much. So, and again, I don't think they brought this one back last year or this year. That could be why, but because I'm having to use so much of it, I am making decent progress. And then the rest of the things that were in the basket are all lotions. So I have this Jergens Ultra Healing Lotion. That's from an old project, so just ignore that line. For this project, we started here and I made it down to here. I only used this, I think, twice, so that's probably why. Didn't use it too much, just wasn't grabbing for it. I guess with that one, I generally use that with a perfume or something if I don't have like a lotion that matches the actual perfume. And other than like the ones that are actually in the basket, I really am not using any perfumes or anything right now that don't have matching lotions. Well, I guess I take that back. There is one. But yeah, so I just wasn't grabbing for it because I was using other lotions. The next one is the Johnson's Skin Nourish Moisturizing Lotion. This is the Shea and Cocoa Butter. Looks like this. So again, don't pay any attention to those lines. When we started the project, we were here, and now we are here. So again, not a ton of progress. This is actually a lotion that I don't really have a perfume that I pair with it at all. So this is one of those like lotions that, like, especially at night, if I'm just not feeling like wearing anything heavy, I will put this on. And it's a lightweight lotion, and then the fragrance is actually strong enough that I don't need to put a perfume on, and I still smell like clean and all of that. Like, and I do have a fragrance to my, you know, to my body without like an actual heavy perfume. So again, that's why not a ton of progress, because I generally at night I like to smell pretty strong of perfume. I don't know, like there's not many times in my life, and here's the thing, unless I have a migraine or like a headache that I feel like might turn into a migraine, I pretty much want to smell pretty good. Like I like to be a strong fragrance girly. So very rarely do I like go to bed not wanting to smell pretty strong. And like bonus is like if the fragrance, I can still smell it in the morning. Like that's how I know a fragrance is like a killer fragrance, is like if I can smell my skin in the morning and I'm like, ooh, I can still smell it, that's a good fragrance. Okay, next up is the Baby Magic Calming Baby Lotion in the lavender and the chamomile. When we started, we were here. We are down to here. Again, this is the same way. This is a lotion that I will use at night if I don't want anything strong, or this is one that I will use if I have like a headache or a migraine, because it doesn't offend. Like that fragrance is not going to like make my headache worse. So then I can still smell clean and good without it like aggravating me. So that's what that I usually use for. And I don't have any lavender perfumes, which is, well, I take that back. I do. I haven't tried it yet, but Bath and Body Works, they came out with that Vanilla Ease, which is a vanilla and lavender scent. I haven't tried it out yet. So I have the lotion and I have the body spray, but I haven't tried it yet. So that might actually pair well with that. I'll have to see about that. And then the last one that I have is the His Daughter Country Apple Lotion. When we started, we were here, and now we are down to here. This is nice. It smells really good. But again, I'm not really, I have one. I think I only have one apple perfume, and it's a Bath and Body ones. It's that champagne, honey, and apple, and I actually have not even tried that one yet. I'm sure that would probably pair well with this, but that is the only like actual apple fragrance that I own, except for, you guys know that Gail Heyman one. It's called All American Apple Pie, but to me it doesn't smell like apple at all, so I wouldn't really pair that with this. So again, that's just, you know, that's kind of why these are in the basket, is because they're kind of like the oddball ones that like I don't really have necessarily a perfume to go with it. Or even like the lavender one, even though technically I like to have a lavender lotion around and I don't necessarily have to have a perfume to go with it, because like I already explained, like if I have like a headache or a migraine or something. But with that being said, if it's not my absolute favorite, like if there are other lavender lotions that I prefer, I might as well just get rid of it. So that's why this is in here. So the Project Use It Up this particular round, it's a little tricky because they're just the oddball products that don't really have anything to go with them. So that's why I don't feel like I'm making huge progress. But any progress is good progress, right? So anyway, let me know in the comments down below if you guys are finishing anything up, because I know in my last video, a few of you said you are actually doing Project Use It Ups also. And some of you even listed out like the products that you're using, which honestly, like, that is awesome. Like, you have no idea like how excited that makes me when you guys say to me, I'm doing a Project Use It Up and these are all the products I'm using, because it almost, it's like I'm actually, you know, putting myself out here and I'm sharing the products with you. And when you guys do it back, it's just like the best feeling, because I feel like we're just like talking it, like, you know, like, I don't know, we meet up for coffee or something, we're just talking across the table about like what we're trying to use up, and I just love that. So let me know in the comments down below if you are doing a Project Use It Up and what your products are. If you're one of the ones who commented in the last video and told me all the products that you're trying to use up, let me know how your progress is going. Did you finish anything up? Are there any that you didn't touch at all over this last month? I want to know all about it. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me for a little bit, and I will see you very soon.